Hey guys, yeah, welcome back to another video, and on this we're going to be doing a tuning setup for the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am GTA. This is in rear wheel drive. Now before a lot of you guys get butthurt with a lot of parts what are on this, remember this car was specifically made for drifting the rivals. It wasn't made for drifting online at all, and when I take this online, this is going to be the first time I've ever taken this online. So do keep that in mind. So when you say the car shouldn't have this on, the car shouldn't have that on, what you'll get to know is when you're a points drifter. When you're full-blown rivals drifting, your rivals tune is completely different to your everyday tune, because your rivals tune is made for getting points. It's made for going 110% on every single track. So the rivals car tends to have parts on what you don't normally run, and you're going to see that on this. It's got a lot of parts on this car what I don't normally run, such as the roll cage. I never run the roll cage, but because it's a rivals car, you need the roll cage in to like stiffen the body up a little bit. And I don't have the weight reduction in, because then the car isn't as twitchy on the back end. It's more smoother because it's more heavier. And there's bits in this what I wouldn't put on my daily driver, and when I take this online to show you what it can drift like, this will be the first time I've ever taken this car online. So yeah, so like I said, do keep in mind that your rivals car is completely different to your normal car, because like with the tyres here, it's got drag tyres on. I'd never ever use any other tyres other than stocks, but if it's rivals and you get more points, then you tend to like use the more slippier tyres. And if you look at your stocks, that's like 0.03% more grip, and that may seem like nothing, but in rear wheel drive it does mean a lot. So there's a lot of things what you do to a rivals car, what you don't do to a everyday drift car, if that makes any sense. So you might not like it because of this, but it's up to you guys. Whatever rims you want, whatever size you want. I ain't got no body kit on this. It's up to you if you want to put that on. That's entirely up to you. This is why it's unlocked, so you can do what you want basically. And yeah, we're just going to go through all the setup now and show you the tuning setup. Then we're going to fast forward it along and jump into an online lobby, and it'll be the first time I've ever used this car in an online lobby basically. But this car, like I said, it is purely made for rivals. It's purely made for going 110% on the rivals. That's why it's got a lot of stuff done to it what you wouldn't normally do to a car. So like I said, keep that in mind. I'd never like use this car in a tandem. I'd never use it online. Only reason why I'm using it online is to show you guys what it works like in an everyday environment, if that makes any sense. So that's the only reason why I'm taking it online this time round. But let me know if you like it, let me know if you dislike it. But I did this for I made this tune for the Silverstone rivals. I think it was the July Silverstone rivals. And I made this car for that. Same as my Buick Regal, which is also on this storefront if you guys want it. But I'm gonna fast forward it here and find an online lobby and see what happens. So yeah, now we're going to jump into it and see what happens. We've got weak network connection, so might be getting rammed a few times without people actually meaning to do it. So we'll see what happens. We've got one dude in here at like a level 1600. So if he doesn't whoop my ass, then there's something seriously wrong. And I just fucked that corner up. Big time. Let all these come back on. I think I might have written him off even more because I'm lagging and he's probably not. But only thing is, because you're using drag tyres on cars, it normally takes a little while for them to warm up and to feel nice. So generally the first lap or the first couple of corners is horse shit, but that's because you're using drag tyres. Now, drag tyres are severely frowned upon, but don't forget this is a tune for doing rivals, not for drifting every day. And if you watch rivals, then you know a lot of people do dry back drifting, and that is severely frowned upon as well, but people still do it and people think it's still alright to do. So if you're one of them that does a dry back drift but yet you frown upon drag tyres, then shame on you. What you got to remember is this car wasn't made for online, it's just made for one particular track on the rivals as well. So it's one of them cars what's like, it is really good to use, but it only really comes into its own when it's on Silverstone, because that's what the car was made for, if that makes any sense. So it still should work really good, but it'll come in on its own league when you take it on Silverstone. If you don't believe me on that, then take it on a couple of tracks, then take it on Silverstone and tell me if I'm wrong. Really doesn't like that long corner there. Probably won't go in quick enough, to be honest with you. Now in all-wheel drive I can get 90k around this track. In rear-wheel drive, highest I've had in like rear-wheel drive is 70k. Sorry, 75 I think it were, the highest in rear-wheel drive. That were in my well, it weren't in mine, that were in Mr. Pete's Ford Mustang 2015 rear-wheel drive tune. I believe he's got that car up on his storefront, but I know he's definitely got that car up on his YouTube as well. So if you guys want to check that tune out, then go across to his YouTube. I shall also link that in the description for you guys to check that tune out as well. If you want to check that tune out, it's entirely up to you. Only reason why I'm sending you that way is because it's a extremely good tune. And if you do go to like Mr. Pete's tune for that Ford Mustang, just say like fucking hashtag Mr. Moobs Raggy Centres or something like that, just so he knows where you've come from, because it's a little inside joke what I've got going with Pete and it's kind of funny. I would probably say this car would work better with clutch, with how the gears are, but I don't know, I seem to work it fine without a clutch. Some people like the clutch, I don't know, it's each to your own. Everyone's got a different drifting style. Like with me, I don't particularly drift rear wheel drive that often to class myself as a rear wheel drive drifter. I just sort of know how to drift it if that makes any sense. I think I went a little bit too quick then. I think I might have just beat my best around this track. I think I might have just beat my best in rear wheel drive. Not too bad. That I'd have thought he would have got a lot more in second place, seeming he's like a rank 1,600, but that could just mean he races a lot more than what he drifts. But like I said, guys, hope you like this tune. I'm going to wait till the very end scene to cut it so you can just see like the final results, what everyone's got. But like I said, get a thumbs up if you like this car, get a thumbs down if you dislike this car, because it helps me know, and let me know in comments what you think of it. I will put a link to that tuning setup of Oh Mr. Pete's in the description of this 2015 Ford Mustang, what I used on a different rivals, I forgot where it were now. But I'll also put a link to that tuning setup in my description as well if you guys want to check that tuning setup out. And like I said, if you do go and check it out, just comment in his section on YouTube and just let him know that I've sent you across, because it's nice to know when good piece when your work's appreciated. And Mr. Pete is a good friend of mine, especially on the drifting side, and he does some amazing drift tunes. But not a lot of people know about his YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm going to link that tuning description. Let him know that I've sent you if you check it out. And yeah, it's like I said, I hope you like this car. But this one, like I said, it's mainly for rivals. This is the first time I've ever taken this car online, and it's the first time I've ever used this car on any other track other than Silverstone, which it was made for. So it's up to you guys what you use it for. I'm not bothered what you use it for, because I'm one of them people what don't give two shades of such and such what people drive or drift or setups they use. But I know certain people out there get upset if you use drag tyres and you use positive camber and stuff like that. Personally, I'm not bothered. It's only thing what annoys me is drive backs. So let me know what you guys think to this tune. Like I said, check out Mr. Pete's Ford Mustang tune. Link will be in the description. So yeah, guys, we'll see what the results are, and we'll leave it there. Oh yeah, that were pretty close. I got 143 overall. He got 99. I thought he would have got a lot more. But yeah, guys, like I said, thank you for watching. I managed to beat my best on that track. So yeah, peace.